Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Right now, you watching Casino is the Name, man. I just wanted to come to you guys and talk to you about something that I think is interesting. It's kind of what I'm shifting towards and kind of why I've been shifting away from more of the physical labor type of, I guess, hustles that I've had over the years. So real estate versus the internet. I think it's a very good topic. I think it's very something we need to talk about because there is something to be said about real estate. Real estate has traditionally been, basically it's made the most millionaires. And you know, it's real estate. Everybody loves real estate. The most millionaires have been made through real estate. But that is looking at the entire history of the human race, right? Right now, times have changed. We're looking at right now versus better than trucking. So it's not so simple as to say, is it better than trucking? Real estate, we're talking like something that's been around since before trucking, right? So when people say the most money has ever been made has been through real estate, they're talking about inflation, they're talking about all of those things where even if you just held on to some piece of, POS, piece of property that eventually, if enough time passes, that property will have more value over time. It doesn't necessarily mean that you make the most money all at one time. It's just if you pass it along to your children and their children and their children and their children, over time, real estate has appreciated. And but it is still not, in current times, the fastest way or where the most money is being made. Case in point, we have the new youngest billionaire, self-made billionaire is Kylie Jenner. I know a lot of people upset about the self-made term, but Kylie Jenner is now the youngest self-made billionaire. That is her company, she owns it. What's up, Mom? That's her company, she owns it. She hired her mom. If you want to say, well, her mom did it, she hires some, her mom, she pays her mom. She can fire her mom. So like that is an employee of hers, that is her business, and she did it via social media. So if you want to look at that and you say, well, the most money that is being made right now, the youngest self-made billionaire was made through social media, which is the internet, which is, one of the many ways that the internet makes money. What's good? Chris Scott, I see you. When did you email me? Chris Scott said he emailed me. So you have Kylie Jenner. Then you also have, before her was Mark Zuckerberg, which was also the youngest previous self-made billionaire. Mark Zuckerberg was 23 years old when he made his first billion through creating Facebook, right? Which was still social media, still the internet, right? And then if you look at the richest man in the world, then the guy who owns Amazon, which is still an internet-based company, you can see where this is going, right? So not saying that there aren't a lot of people making millions of dollars in real estate. Or, I'm sure somebody has made $1 billion in real estate. It's just saying that the fastest way to get there would be through the internet. So the amount of money that it would take for me to put into, say, buying a property to fix up, to flip, to do whatever, April 13th, yeah, April 13th, what's popping? What's going on April 13th? Let's see. Oh, that's when you sent me the email. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. All right, so the fastest money is being made through the internet, right? And so there is money being made in real estate. Definitely money being made in real estate. I'm not saying that. But if it were me and I had to sit my children down and say, hey, how do you, either you're gonna go either A, learn real estate, or B, you're gonna learn coding, you're gonna learn how to make money on e-commerce, you're gonna learn, if you had to choose between the two, then I'm gonna sit them down and teach them computers. I'm gonna teach them the internet stuff. I'm gonna teach them all of that because the money is being generated so much faster. Hard to find those flips down here in Dallas. People overbid, it's ridiculous. Yeah, there is money being made in real estate. You can flip some money in real estate, but if I had $10,000 And I could either choose to put that $10,000 on a property or put $10,000 into either A, building a social media base, B, investing in some kind of program, like investing in like building a program to do something, or maybe to create an online store to sell some kind of e-commerce. Up there. So to sell something on e-commerce, then I would be taking that $10,000 and I would be investing it there, because the value you're gonna get from the internet would say $10,000. Because right now the internet is still extremely undervalued. Like, people do not still realize how cheap the internet is. How you can take $50 and put it in a Facebook ad and make, $3,000 or something like that. Like, it is still so undervalued that it's ridiculous. And eventually it's gonna catch up, right? Eventually, the Budweisers and all of the, the major companies, the Fords, the Chevrolets, the Lexus dealerships, they're gonna start investing all their money towards the internet instead of trying to spend money on TV ads or billboards or something like that. They're gonna realize that, hey, we want all of the attention on this. And it's the same thing that's going on with music. The only reason why like rappers are even making money right now from Spotify and everything else is because advertisers are paying for that ad space. So while you're listening to your favorite song and you're not paying for that subscription service, then that ad that plays on top is what's paying that rapper or that singer or whatever it is. So really everybody is pretty much just creating content just like this. We're content creators, and with this content, we put it on the internet, and then advertisers pay for the ad space, which in turn then pays us. So it's not costing me anything to do this. I mean, once you say, let's say this. There's a guy who made a video. It got like, let's say it got like 13 million views, right? And I don't know exactly how much money he made, but he shot the video at his mom's house, and the video did crazy numbers, and he blew up. I won't call his name, but he blew up, made a lot of money, and doing a lot of shows and everything like that. So if you said for that video, if he did have to pay, appreciate that, Toe Piglet. So I'm gonna get to that. So my trucking business, I outsourced everything. Really, pretty much everything. So I'm pretty much running up under this other guy. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you this. Let me go get this card. I got a fine card, but I'm gonna pass this information off to you guys. This guy is amazing when it comes to the trucking. I make money through him. He runs my truck. It's a beautiful thing. He's also still looking for drivers. I'm gonna put his information in the description below for anybody who might have CDL, might have truck, might just be trying to get into the business or whatever. So I went into more of the consulting side, and I pretty much help people get their trucking business and everything going. Should I do hot shot trucking or semi truck? Honestly, everybody I know is going into the hot shot truck. Everybody I know, and they're still making good money. So I don't really see I do see the value in the semi truck. I do see the value in the semi truck, but everybody I know is going into hot shot trucking. So maybe because of my channel, most of the people I meet are through my channel or something. I don't know. So maybe that's why most of everybody I know going to hot shot trucking. But anyway, so even with trucking, the trucking can't beat the internet. It's fast money. Trucking is a lot faster money than like real estate though. Like it is, it's a way like, it's crazy. It's a lot faster money, but it's still not like doing something one time. It's nothing like doing something one time and it pay you forever. It's nothing like that. I'm still getting paid off old videos. I'm still getting paid off of old royalty, like media items, songs, whatever it is. I still get paid off that stuff, and I haven't had to continue to do it. And if you have, say, a hit that just take off. Like it could be a video. It could be a video about poodles, and that video could make you $500,000. And the only money that you spent was buying the camera that one time, which could be a phone or it could be something else, and paying for internet that you already gonna use at your house anyway, or wherever you stay. Or you don't even have to have that. You can go to Walmart or McDonald's and get on their Wi-Fi, or Starbucks and do that video there. And so it's just like the internet is just so much faster, so much easier, so much more control over what you decide to do with it. Because I own this. This is my intellectual property. Nobody can tell me what to do with it. What's good, Ricky? Yeah, what's good? So now I do trucking consulting. So that's pretty much where I took my talents, because I've learned a lot about this business and I've been able to help a lot of people get their stuff going. So that, so also back to the internet, right? So with the internet and real estate, like I love real estate, but the internet is just so much faster. It is so much easier to get into. You don't have to do any due diligence. Well, let's say everything has due diligence, right? So you still need to learn. You need to learn the real estate game. You need to learn the internet game. Like whatever you decide to do, you need to learn it all, right? Yeah, let me get some thumbs up, man. We got 45 people on here watching right now, man. Let me get, I don't know why we ain't got 45 thumbs right now. You know what I'm saying? Thumb up that. So anyway, I appreciate y'all for coming in, checking this out, but that's why I just wanted to bring it to y'all so that maybe y'all could start like looking at, because your kids be on their phone all day, every day, or whatever like that, a tablet or whatever, and as parents, we want to restrict them from doing that. But maybe not restrict them necessarily, but guide their interests, right? So they want to be on their phone or their tablet. So my sister bought my boys this things that help them code, that learn how to code, buy a multifamily first or a house first. Well, that depends. I personally believe you should buy where you live. Personally, it's me. I don't know why people say rent where you live, and I don't know, like rent out. I don't understand it. Anyway, I believe you should buy where you live, because you put money back in your pocket every time you pay the mortgage, as well as you're saving, because your mortgage is usually going to be cheaper than your rent would be per month. So I would buy where I live, and then I would rent out. Let's see, hold on. I want to make $10,000 per month. What would I start with? We're gonna get to that, Desmond. So I would I would buy where I live. Then saving money every month that I'm paying. Now, if I don't mind, or if you don't mind living in a quadruplex or a duplex, or or something like that, then I say buy the multifamily. If you don't mind it, live in one side, rent the other 3 out, and then as you save up money, you can do it. You can rent all 4 out if you decide to move into a better place or whatever it is. But that's what I would do, and I would continue to invest from there, if that's what you're into. I started buying property, and we still have a lot of property, still got a lot of land, and we got hundreds of acres of land and all kind of stuff like that. But like real estate is just it's nice, because we have this whole idea of owning something, right? Of like owning land and things like that. But imagine having $400,000 tied up in real estate, right? And the amount of money that real estate generates is a fraction of what it would be if you had $40,000 tied up in the internet. Like, it could just be a fraction of what you would make. I make more money on the internet than I do from real estate, hands down. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even close. Like, and that's including with inflation and everything else. The internet makes me way more money. And so like royalties, selling items, whatever it is, the internet makes me a whole lot more money. Really good content, my friend. Love the channel. I appreciate that, Taylor Woods. I'm gonna try to start coming to you guys like every day, but you know, my life is crazy. You know, I mean, I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna start trying to come to you guys like every day, and we're gonna try and get this thing going. But like, basically, like the internet versus like trucking, even because trucking is gonna cost a lot to get into it. But once you in it and you making money, everything cool. And unless you're flipping houses, now I do believe that flipping houses is fast money. Flipping houses is fast money. But even with flipping houses, you got to have an investment amount, right? You could take the amount, like what I'm saying, like if you had $10,000, you're just gonna put it in a flip, right? Because you got to borrow money against that. You know, you gotta come up with the 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever it is, and then you're gonna put that whatever hard money or whatever, and you're gonna flip whatever you're gonna flip. And even if you made $10, $20, $30,000, if you had to took 5,000 of that money and put it into the internet in a certain kind of way or the right way, would be it that you created something or you bought something like a camera that you were able to use forever, that the benefits of understanding understanding social media. Like if you build a social media platform the right way, man, it could be life changing. Like I mean, like you know, I'm trying to still get this one to where I want it to be, but it could be life changing. And even right now, I have 21,000 subscribers, and it has already been a life changing. I have already had life changing opportunities, you know, arise that no matter how good I was at flipping a house or even just having a trucking business, I could make money. But the opportunities that opened up through this camera is beyond anything that I could have did had I just, let me see, can you speak on having houses under contract and not having to put your own money into it? Okay, so congratulations on 20K. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Yo, what's good? 16 shot 'em. So, hold on. There was a question about, can you speak on having houses under contract and not having to put money into it? So there are a lot of opportunities to make a lot of money with houses. Some of them allow you to even make money without actually putting any money up yourself, right? Like it could be where there's motivated sellers. Somebody's trying to move to Albuquerque. They live in Atlanta. They're trying to hurry up and get out of here. Maybe their job relocated them. Maybe they got to go take care of a sick family member. They ain't got time to really get the house together. Maybe it was a house that they received through death in the family. It's run down or whatever it is. And they just ain't got time to deal with all of the other stuff. So you can come in, you can say, hey, look, I want to buy this house from you. What you want for the house? The person say, I want 100,000. You say, well, we both know this house might be worth 90,000, but the most that I would be able to offer you cash would be like 15,000. They'll be like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? You know, that's insulting. You say, look, I know that's all I could afford to give you for this house and the condition it's in and how my stuff is set up, but I would like to give you the full $100,000. But in order for me to give you the full $100,000, I'll need to come in, do some work, and you know, I need some time to maybe flip this to somebody else or whatever like that. Whatever you got to do, you talk them into giving you the house under contract, because nobody else is going to give them the $100,000 when the house isn't worth the $100,000 or whatever like that. So nobody else is really going to give them the money, and they probably haven't received any offers, and they're motivated to sell it. So if you say, look, give me some time to sell it, I'll try and get you all your money within a year, but I'll make payments to you. You don't have to worry about anything or whatever like that. You can either flip it to another buyer. You could either do, it's like a number of things. You can rent it out if they let you sublease it. It's all kind of stuff you can do. You can make money off it. You can put a rent to own person in there. It's just all kind of stuff. Is the dump truck business worth investing into? Yes. Look. Trucking business is worth investing into. Real estate is worth investing into. Dump trucking, hot shot trucking, they're all worth it. They're all worth it. They all make money. But there is stuff you got to know. You got to learn, you know, and that's what I'm saying. With everything, even including like making money on the internet, you got to learn something. You got to kind of like you know, you got to pick your battle. Basically, you got to pick your battle. So I'm just saying, like, if you were somebody who was trying to figure it out, like, okay, do I go this way? Do I go this way? Do I go this way? I say you should learn how to use your phone. Your phone. You already paying for that phone. You already, got that smartphone, put it to use. Your phone is more powerful than the computer that put a man on the moon the first time. And that's facts. The computers that put a man on the moon the first time are not as powerful as the phone that we all walk around with in our pocket. And we are underutilizing it. It's too many memes. When you go on Facebook, you see people making memes. You see people doing jokes. You see all these funny little pictures and everything like that. And I just be thinking, man, that's so much wasted talent. So much wasted talent. So many people who are amazing with these devices, and they're wasted. And maybe that's just not your thing. But you go on Facebook and you see all these people who are, man, you like, man, let me give you $20. And you create some content for me. You do some kind of media for me. You do whatever. Like, it's so many things that we can do with these devices, and they're being underutilized. And there are other people who are making stupid money. Definitely real estate /land. They're not making no more of that. That's true. They're not making no more of it. They're not making any more real estate or land. But if I told you that, let's say you had to rent. Let's just say you had to rent. Maybe you don't have the down payment to move into your own house. Let's say you had to rent, and you were able to rent somewhere for $1,000. And if I told you that, and if you're comfortable with living wherever you was living, maybe it's a decent apartment, maybe it's not, I don't know. See, because also there's a cost, not even gonna say cost of living. There is a quality, a quality of life cost, right? So if I want to live, like this, then I have to be willing to pay for that. I could go live, in the hood, I could, I could take my boys and stuff like that. But if I want to live like this, I could live somewhere where rent is $600 a month. I could. But it may not be the safest place for me to come home. I may not be the most comfortable. My room might be super small. Matter of fact, I may not even have a room. I might be sleeping in the living room and the boys got the room or something like I could do that. So there's something to be said about, the quality of life. Like whatever quality of life you want to have, there's a cost associated with it. Do you want your kids to go to the best school district, or do you not even care? You just looking for a place in your budget, and in your $600, $500, just trying to find the cheapest thing. As you get older and you become more mature, you'll realize that stuff matters. It didn't matter to me as much when I was young, 21, 19, and I was, coming out the hood anyway, so it didn't really matter. I was comfortable in any hood because I was from the hood anyway. But as I got older and things started to happen, shootouts and all kind of stuff, people kicking in doors, people breaking in your house. Like, as you get older and you say, you know what, do I want to deal with that? There is something to be said about that cost. And so I think that is one of the things that's being missed a lot with all of these not real estate gurus, but all of these gurus about like how to get out of debt, and they're telling you to live off nothing, sell the house, sell the car, whatever, they're telling you to basically move back to the cheapest. So there is something to be said about your comfort zone when it comes to quality of life. But you don't want to be ridiculous. Now, I'm not finna go live in Beverly Hills and can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So, but there is something to be said about that. But as far as like, if I can move to a place and say my rent is $1,000, maybe I don't have that down payment to move that $13,000 or $20,000 or $15,000 or $6,000 to move, to put it down on a house to move in or whatever in the neighborhood that I would be willing to live in. But I could pay that $1,000 in rent to still live in that same neighborhood. And say I have say I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe I put out ebooks. Maybe I'm a person who put out ebooks, and I put out and living in this place, I can put out enough ebooks where my ebooks pay me, I don't know, $5,000 a month, right? I can make that off of ebooks, and then if I'm making $5,000 a month off of ebooks, then I don't need to, I could either double down in the ebook area, or I can take that money and invest in real estate. So then if you say, well, I can go and invest in a rental property, and you go take that money, you go invest in a rental property, that rental property that you buy with, you know, that little bit of money, hold on, dedicated tenant. Yeah, Airbnb could be more profitable, definitely could be more profitable, but they are also coming down with a lot of restrictions depending on the area that you're in for Airbnb. But somebody just had mentioned that he said is Airbnb more profitable than having an actual dedicated tenant? It definitely can be. It definitely can be more profitable. But it's a lot of rules and stuff depending on the area that you're in. But do I believe that real estate is oversaturated? I don't know. It's hard to really say. But so, do you take that money and do you double down in the ebook area, or do you take that money and you go buy a rental property? And the buy-in on the rental property, let's say after you pay the mortgage on the rental property and you put down money and all that kind of stuff, let's say you profit $150 a month. That same amount of money that you could have put into creating more ebooks that would have made you another $5,000 a month, you would have only profited $100 a month by putting it into a rental property or something like that. So, you know, it's just, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the numbers are skewed so much because maybe it ain't even costing you anything to create those ebooks, because maybe you do it all yourself. Maybe you've taken the time to learn the skill set that can pay you something like that for the rest of your life. And you only have to do that one time, and it can continue to pay you. Maybe you put money in promotions or something like that to promote the ebooks or whatever it is. But if you're cranking out enough of them, then that's kind of what can happen. Let me just read some of these comments and see what y'all got going on. Anything about rent or, okay. Do you know anything about renting out exotic vehicles? I heard it's possible to do without actually owning the cars. That would be, I don't know if that's all the way like legit to do that. Still looking for drivers, help a brother out, laugh out loud. Actually, yes. So I was looking for the guy's card. God dog it. I don't know where the card is. I gotta find the card. But I'm gonna put his information in the description after this video. Once I find his card, I'm gonna drop his information in his video. He's looking for some drivers right now. He pays them well, you know what I'm saying? Pays them extremely well, and you're gonna enjoy working for him. So he pays for all the hotels and everything. Make sure y'all living plush. All right, so anyway, you see, DM you on Instagram. Okay, all right. Yeah, and I'm gonna get his information for y'all. He also sells cars. Now that's another place to make some money if you can get into brokering cars and stuff like that. Like, you know, selling like police vehicles to the local city, you know, whatever like that. Like, there's some good money in that. Like, I've seen a lot of stuff. Is econ a good degree to minor in finance with a minor in finance? I got a video on accounting degree versus finance degree versus economics degree. Go check that out. And are diamonds a good investment? You know, anything that somebody will spend money on, you know, is where you're gonna make the money, right? So it's about the value that somebody else sees in it. It's not where I want to be. I wouldn't initially go into the diamond district personally because they got lab diamonds versus the real diamonds argument and all that other kind of jazz. Like, the lab diamonds have devalued to me I'm gonna say devalued, but they've lowered the you know, it's like, it's so cheap to get, well, I ain't gonna say cheap, but it's much cheaper to get into, you know, to buy lab diamonds or to buy a charm with lab diamonds than it would be to buy a charm with real diamonds, right? And it's impossible to tell the difference by the naked eye. So, but like that whole argument, like I don't like anything with a lot of uncertainty. So, and then there are people who can't tell, like the jewelers, some of them can't tell the difference between them, and they'll be like, oh yeah, this costs this, but then you tell them, oh, that's lab diamonds. Oh, it's lab diamonds. Oh no, this is how much it really costs. Yeah, you know, and they can't even tell the difference, some of them. And so, I'm trying to see what else somebody's saying. Is with you. Are you looking? So we actually still putting some stuff together. A lady hit me up from the military, asked me the same thing. Am I looking for investors? I'm working with Kelley Parker on that. We're putting some stuff together. My area of expertise is the internet. That's where that's where I'm transitioning to. I'm going that way, and I'm pretty much just putting people. I'm just connecting people at this point. But I look at a lot of numbers. I look at some of everything. I look at all kind of different industries. There's some stuff that does excite me, but then there are things that are more so. I don't like the buy-in. I don't like how much it costs to get into it. Some of the reward is great, but coming from the mindset of my hustle, me being a hustler, like you're trying to buy low, you're trying to sell high. You know what I'm saying? Or you wanna own. So I'm just trying to get in as low as possible and make as much money as possible. Let's see, very small but profitable investments. I really want to find a way to. It's been hey, there you go. Okay, right. See, so 16 shot him. He's also a videographer. He shoots videos, and he has a comparable following to mine. And we kind of been watching each other grow. And but he invested in his camera. So I don't know how much his camera costs, but if he got a similar camera to like my DSLR, might have been like $900. With a lens, I don't know, maybe say he had $1,000, $1,100 for his camera, and I made way more money off that camera than I would have ever made, like, when what I'm saying, like, and so, if I go buy a little drone or something, like I've made, those things pay off, and it doesn't have to be because I'm doing video. It could be anything that you do. If you're buying clothes and you're selling them online, or if you're drop shipping but whatever it is, if you took a $50 investment and I don't think it's $50. I think does anybody know how much a Shopify store is? I think it's like $39 a month. It's $29 or $39 a month for the basic Shopify store. With that store, you can list items that you have never even purchased on your Shopify store. So your entire investment, and I think the first 30 days are free, if I'm not mistaken. So you can start your website, list items, sell your items, maybe take out 5, 10. Let's say you spent $30 on ads. And let me see, I want to make $10,000 per month. Start with, it's $29. So you start your Shopify store and you start making money. You can start making money immediately without spending any money out of pocket, because you can list items to sell from distributors who will send the stuff to your customer. They will drop ship it, and you take the profit. And one of the things that I always show people when they want to learn about Shopify, I always show them there's a Game of Thrones necklace that has like the 3 dragons or whatever. There's a Game of Thrones necklace. That's a show, by the way, in case you don't know. They just started the 8th season and watching it. So anyway, there's a Game of Thrones necklace, and that Game of Thrones necklace, I see it sell for $30, $50 online for people who just into that Game of Thrones. Maybe they want to dress up for Comic-Con. Maybe they just want to give it as a gift to their girlfriend. I don't know. But you can buy the charm, and you'll see it on stores if you just typed it in, Game of Thrones necklace or Mother of Dragons necklace or something like that. You put that on there, and then you'll see how much some of these people are selling the necklace for. But then if you go to AliExpress and you look for that same necklace is selling for 50 cents or maybe 25 cents. So you're actually purchasing the necklace for like 50 cents. And then you're purchasing the necklace, and that company is then drop shipping it to your customer. You never have to package anything, go nowhere. It will actually send it to them for you, and it will take out the 50 cents out of whatever the money is that they spent. So if you tell them the necklace costs $10, it takes the 50 cents out, drops the $9.50 in your account, and it mails the necklace to whoever your customer is. It's seamless. Like it's an amazing thing to see. But to profit $9.50 on a $10 item and not spend any of your own money, Because once they collect the payment, once the system collects the payment from the person buying it, that $10 gets collected, 50 cents goes to purchase that item, the $9.50 goes into your account. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So imagine doing that and you getting 1,000 orders a month, something like that. Like it's, you know. Anyway, right now you're watching